Hello Warfighters, War is Hell. Welcome to the next episode of our alternate history series where we're taking a look at a scenario with war with Iran in 2007. So this mission, Airfield Strike, is going to be coming from DCS World, and I'm going to be playing this 100% in VR, which is hands down one of the most fun experiences I get to have in playing any type of game out there. So I was super excited to be able to make this mission. I hope you guys enjoy watching it. Now I'm getting my Hornet set up here. There's going to be one wingman that I'm going to have. He's going to be primarily responsible for engaging and watching out for what's happening in the air. And I am going to be responsible for taking out some Iranian SAM sites along our approach and in our target area. So I've got my electronic countermeasures on. Gonna make sure my dispensers are on. So I've got countermeasures. This is a very complex setup, as you can see, and this is one of the things that I love about DCS World, just doing the final flight checks, making sure everything is working mechanically. I should be able to fly just fine. Everything on the left side is looking good. I will check on the right, and I think we're going to be set up. So with all pre-flight checks complete, it's about time to get ready for takeoff. All it is going to be is just setting throttle to full, and then once I take off, making sure gears go up, flaps are in the right position, and then we'll be able to head on to our target. Throttling up right now. Just a second. Here we go. Perfect takeoff. Awesome. Wingman will be right behind me, and then once we get up into the air, we'll link up. We're going to stay in a close formation throughout the entirety of this as we hit the AO. Speaking of the AO, I figure you guys are going to want to see what we're going to be doing in this mission, so let's get to this briefing. All right. We are near the the city of Lar in Iran. So Laristan International Airport is going to be the target for us. You can see with the mountains to the south, this provides us a pretty good opportunity to make a close encounter undetected as long as we fly low and take out the main objectives of those F4s and aircraft fuel. Now this airfield is now being used for military purposes. There is a couple SAM sites that are in the area that do cover the whole area. So one of the things that we have to do as we approach is use the terrain to our advantage. So I'm going to be flying pretty low throughout the entirety of this video, using canyons, mountains, all of that to kind of mask myself and my wingman as we try and get to the main objective. Now there is an airstrike that's taking place by the Air Force not that far away. The hope is that the forces that are at the airfield are going to be called to try to scramble and engage those forces, leaving us with some light defenses at the airfield for us to basically sneak in and take out the F4s and that fuel on the airfield. Now, we do think that Iran has F-14s that are located and patrolling in this area, but again, if a lot of them are being sent to try and counter the Air Force strike, it should be pretty limited. The F-4s will be the main target on the ground because if we can neutralize the Iranian Air Force, that is going to help us leaps and bounds in case the situation has to escalate. Because of the air defenses that are around the airfield, we have a unique situation, like I said, to get in up close before they spot us and take these out. If we aren't able to eliminate both the air defenses like SA-6s right here that are even along the way, this could go pretty bad pretty quickly. So Wingman and I are now in formation, and we'll be heading towards the main objective. And we do have a long way to go because we are in the Arabian Sea. We kind of take a path over Saudi Arabia. Now we're going over to the Persian Gulf. Off in the distance, you can see what is land, and that is definitely Iran. And these tankers that we've got, this civilian shipping, the question is whether or not that these guys are going to report us coming in. We still haven't hit the deck yet. We're basically going to try and stay underneath 300 feet. So like I said, really, really low for this mission, especially as we have to try and hug that terrain. At this point, I'm sure that they know that there's a couple fighters coming their way, but I don't think that they have any idea where we're going. Again, masking our advance will probably be detected as we pop up over mountains and stuff. but just those blips on radar shouldn't give them a clear indication of where we're headed. And by the time that they do know where we're headed, it's probably too late to send everybody back. Okay, so now here I am at 270 feet, just kind of dropping just a little bit. At this particular altitude, my wingman, who is AI for this one, I was hoping to get Night Eye to join me on this one. But he's not staying nearly as slow as I am. If I look back here, I'll do that in just a second once I get over this island. You might be able to see he's basically directly behind me and probably at 600 feet, maybe even a little bit lower than that. So we're not staying too close together at this point, but on our approach, or as we were heading to this location, he was just right at my side the entire time. All right, heading over this island, and honestly, it was a very different feeling going over land since I've been over the ocean for a long time. But you'll kind of see here once we actually get onto the mainland here, there is a couple areas where it is nothing but flat. So that's going to be the most important part for us to stay low. A lot of this area from the intelligence that we've received has had all the SAM sites neutralized. So we shouldn't have a problem actually getting close to the airfield. But just in case, we're still being cautious and staying pretty low. Like I said, there's a few SA-6s around the airfield. And I'm not going to worry about taking all of them out, just basically creating a corridor that we can enter and exit from as we try and head back to the ship after we successfully complete our mission. So there will be one SA-6 that I will have to neutralize, and then it looks like there might be just one at the airfield. And the one at the airfield is definitely longer range. So if I don't take out that SA-6, there might be some overlap as far as being within range of those SAM sites. Again, terrain will be that factor though, because with the airfield, if you remember from the briefing and kind of the picture of where it is, those mountains to the south are pretty high. They're just like the ones that are right in front of me. And so using those, like, there's no way the SAM site would be able to see me at this point. I did go ahead and reduce the altitude warning on my aircraft, just so that way I wasn't getting pinged all the time for being super low to the ground. Now, if those civilian shipping, like those tankers, hadn't spotted me, for sure these guys are going to, because up ahead I'm going to be coming to a road, and this road has got a lot of civilian traffic on it. Well, they know where we're going, or at least that we're here anyway. You know, there's a couple different approaches I actually could have taken. This is the straightest and most direct approach. You know, coming in from this way, like I could follow the mountain range, you know, to the right and to the left, and kind of come in from another direction if I wanted to. But we're just going to make it quick and painless. Honestly, the closer I feel like that we get to them, the better off that we'll be. Slows their reaction time, or forces them to make quick snap decisions, which could be wrong. Now, even though a lot of these mountain ranges are kind of going east to west, you know, you'll have, you know, a lot of valleys like this off to the left, which, you know, are pretty flat. I'm not too worried about air defenses in there, just because with the amount of time that it would take for them to detect us, to fire at us, we're already going to be over some of these mountains, or at least have some cover before they were able to fire at us. So I'm not going like too fast. Don't like have afterburner on or anything like that. I want to conserve fuel, but I'm still not going super slow just in case. So it's times like this as we go up over these mountains that I know we're going to be pinged on radar. And the way that I know is we may detect something else too. Oh, there's a town over there. I'm going to make a quick move here to the right and kind of use this valley a little bit for cover. Come back to the left. That was pretty close, but I wasn't expecting to come that close to the town. And then there's another one directly in front of me too. Okay, we'll go off to the right. Oh yeah, there's even another one. Alright, so no matter what I do, there's got to be somebody in here who's going to radio in that we're coming this way, or at least call in. Another thing I'm worried about is somebody with shoulder-mounted anti-air. So that's another reason for me to stay low. If I'm higher up in the air, it's a lot easier for them to be able to target me. But if I stay low, there might be something like a building or whatnot that kind of gets in the way. I don't see where my wingman is. I literally have no idea where he went. He might be directly behind me and I just can't see him. All right. Again, knowing these towns are here, we're just going to go right into this little canyon. And then we've got what looks like just a straight cliff face in front of us. I'll have to go up and over. And then once again, I'll be spotted on radar. If I remember right, too, I'm getting pretty close to the SA-6. Now, that doesn't have the best range. The harm missiles that I have, which will detect the radiation coming out of the radar, should be able to engage it at a greater distance than it can see me. Oh, yeah, still nothing. At least nothing's been picked up on early warning. AWACS has reported a couple F-14s that are staying around the airfield. I don't know if they will still be there when we get there, but we're not that far away. Looking at the waypoint that we have, we're at 33 miles. And that's going to come up a lot faster than I think you guys realize. Yep, not worth trying to go down in there. We're just going to keep going up and over. Okay, wingman is still there. So he's picked up the F-14s on his radar. And that mud spike means the SA-6, he's picked that up too. Again, he's flying at a higher altitude, so he's going to see these things far before I can. And there we go. Now I've just picked it up. You can see on my HUD there's the number 6. That shows me where that SA-6 is. Okay, I'm going to do something here that might be a little risky. This formation in front of me is masking my signature, so I'm going to go up. And knowing that the SA-6 is right in front of me, we're going to fire off the missile, which is going to go seek the radar. And I'm going to duck right back down. Don't want to get, obviously, too close to the ground that I can't maneuver or risk getting hit. And here I don't have the most amount of terrain to help mask me. But watching that missile go in, you know, you don't have to take out the full SAM site, like the launchers and everything. You could take out the radar, and that disables their ability to fire at you. So if you have, like, a lot of launchers that are connected to one radar station, you can do a lot right here. So there's the radar. You can see perched up on top of that hill to get probably the best look in this area. So it is destroyed. We are clear to be able to get to the main objective, which is that airfield. The taller mountains that you can see farther down the way, those are the mountains that you saw in the briefing. So once we pop over there, that's when we're going to be in range of the other SAM installation and potentially even the F-14s. Now, I'm switching to air just because I know I'm in no danger right now of SAM sites, and I want to get a good idea of what we're up against. Now, I'm picking up one contact on radar. We haven't gotten a positive IFF on it, but honestly, I'm assuming that they're going to be hostile, seeing that we are the only aircraft that are friendly that should be within range. It looks like they're right at the top of those mountains, so they're going to be popping in and out of a radar lock. I'm not going to be able to do too much. I'm flying a little bit higher than I had been previously. Chances are they have to know that we're here. Again, picking us up as we've gone up over the hills and mountains, you know, popping in and off on radar, and then the destruction of the SA-6. There goes my wingman now. He's going to start trying to engage him. He's got to be careful, though. Honestly, he's about ready to get in range of the other SAM installation. Now, I'm dropping my fuel tank. I should have done that earlier, but that'll give me a little bit extra speed and maneuverability since I'm dropping that weight. Okay, we'll have to take out those two, and then the SAM site And maybe we might have to take out the SAM site first. We'll have to see. Okay, getting the indicator to fire. So I've got one in the air heading towards it. Looks like their countermeasures worked. It's not on a path to intercept it. Okay, again, hugging these mountains, so if I have to duck down, I'll be able to do that and get some cover from the terrain. Oh, that's a pretty big opening there. Okay, gotta be careful. Ducking down again. Now I can see the airfield off to the left. I've got a lock with my aim 9, so I'm gonna fire at him. Okay, that's one down. Okay, where's the other one? Oh, SAM launch. And that's not at me. I'm firing off countermeasures and everything right now. Okay, switching back air to ground. Yep, I can see where those missiles had fired from. Because these HARM missiles are fire and forget, as soon as I get up over this mountain, I'm just going to fire once and then switch back to air right away. Because there's that one F-14 that's left. Okay, just got to fire in the general direction. It's in self-protect mode. Okay, so I hope he hits him. We'll switch, or we're still at the aim 9s. Okay, I think we got a lock on him. Oh, he's turning to me. This is perfect. All right, that's 2 down. And I took down the SAM site. Perfect. This could not have gone any better. So now all that's left is some ZSUs that are on the airfield. Now, they have radar as well. But it's very, very low power, I think. Anyway, with what they've got, as long as I don't get super close to the runway, I shouldn't be within range of them. So this is basically just a turkey shoot right here. Switching to my Mark 83s, these are dumb fires. And so seeing where they're all lined up, I'm going to drop a bomb here on the F4s. So I've got one away. Awesome. Took out some of the F4s that are there. Now I think I'm going to go for the fuel next. Okay, I'm going to switch that back to early warning. I do want to know if somebody's around here targeting me, and if so, who it is. I should probably switch my other display to monitor air. Okay, coming around. Now, a little bit off to the left of that smoke is where the tanks for the fuel are. So, just kind of lining it up here. I mean, I'm going pretty fast. I'm going way faster than I should. Okay, there's those tanks. Got one dropped. Got to pull up here. I don't want the explosion and to do any damage to me. Okay, so no markers there, but with those being buildings, I don't know if they show up in the same way. Okay, so early warning, having that up was helpful. So there are 2 ZSUs that are on the airfield. It looks like one on each side of the runway. And I haven't seen any tracers or any fire come my way. So even as I'm doing these quick runs to drop bombs along the airfield. Oh yeah, see, there's smoke over there. That's where the fuel tanks were. But anyway, they're not getting enough time to be able to turn their weapons, lock on, and fire. And I may not even be within range. I don't know. I'm going to drop one Mark 83 on the airfield. Honestly, that should be a quick repair for him. But even just leaving this runway out of action for a little bit, I think will help. All right. And I'm going to drop it right on the middle. There we go. Yep, fuel's burning. Oh, there's a few more aircraft that I can see that are on, or that are parked right now. So I have one more Mark 83 left. I'm going to drop that one on those aircraft as well. Okay, gonna come around one more time. And then I'll be completely out of weapons, with the exception of my gun. I gotta bug out of here pretty quick. I don't want anybody else coming back. Okay, we're gonna level off. And there we go. This will be good. All right, dropping that bomb. Pulling away. Perfect. We got some more F4s. Now, there were some helicopters that I saw down there, too. So we probably damaged them as well. Actually, I'm not sure if we did or not. You know what? I'm going to switch to my gun. And I'm going to just engage that area one more time where the F4s are. See if I get any other marks or anything else that I might have damaged or destroyed. All right. Actually, yeah, there's some Chinooks over there. Nope, I didn't get anything on it. That was dangerous. Okay, not going to do that again. Don't get me wrong, it is super tempting to go do another gun run like that. But I should probably have some type of weapon in case I do come across something else. It's a target of opportunity. And there's Lar. Yep. So I'm going to bug out here. I'm looking at that airfield because I'm wanting to, but I need to get out. Now, I've lost my wingman. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but my wingman got downed. We might have to do a mission next episode to try and see if we can rescue him. But honestly, with where he's at, he's going to be deep inside a Lar, and I don't know if we'll be able to find him too easily. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But we'll head back this way and get back to the ship. Now, as I told you guys at the beginning, I haven't done anything like this before with the Hornet. This is honestly my first time running a combat mission like this. I did have to do a lot of tutorials just to kind of figure out how to do some things that I've never done in DCS World. You know, like using the harm missiles and stuff like that too. One of the things that I did not do that I probably should have, but I'm going to show you guys anyway, my attempt at it, is I did not train on how to land on a carrier. So I think I have it figured out just for fun, even though this is the end of the operation. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to try and land this Hornet back on the John C. Stennis. All right, so here we go. All right, so I'm on my approach, and I've got everything lined up here. Hook down, gears down, flaps. I'm coming in way too quick here, and I've got throttle all the way back. And dangerous, but I made it. Wasn't perfect. I'm okay with that. And honestly, there were 2 aircraft waiting to take off as well, so I didn't have a clear runway. This was all just for fun, not part of the story. So I will end this, though, by saying successful mission in as far as we have destroyed the runway on the airfield with that one Mark 83. We took out some of the F4s that were parked there, and we also took out the SAM sites that were there too. So if anybody else needs to follow up with some additional runs, we have an open corridor for them to be able to go through. Ton of fun. I absolutely loved doing this mission. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it too. More of this to come later on. So yes, make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon so that way you can be notified when other episodes like this, whether it's for this series or anything else that I do, ends up coming out. You guys know that's greatly appreciated. If you want to join in the discussion on this scenario or other ARMA videos, make sure you head to the War is Hell Discord, which is in the description below. And if you want to help support me in making this type of content and helping this channel to grow, Patreon is a great way to be able to do that. You'll also find a link to Patreon in the description below. You guys are awesome. You really are. Thanks for watching War is Hell. You don't have to worry because Warfighters, I've got your 6.